Man, I hate this Bay Area weather. It's never warm.
These are the games you have to win to be taken seriously.
A quick peek into the locker room as the players get set for the game ahead, looking to make a big splash here tonight. Greetings from 2K Sports. Welcome to our Wednesday night coverage of the NBA. Our game tonight featuring the Los Angeles Lakers as they go up against the Golden State Warriors here in Chase Center. This is Brian Anderson with Clark Kellogg and Grant Hill. Allie LaForce with us on the sidelines. Now a moment to take a look at the year-to-year scoring output and how it's been trending for Kevin Durant.
And the scoring trend over the last few years has been going down a bit. That's not what you want, and I'm sure it's something he's well aware of.
Here are the five for the Lakers. Connect is out there with Kevin Durant. Then it's Luka Doncic. Then it's Williams. And it's Mr. Incredible in at the two-guard spot. And for the Warriors, Williams is out there with Jeremy Sohan. Then there's Butler. Then there's Brandon Podziemski. And it's Hendricks in at the one. And this game could be meaningful for both teams, Clark, in terms of playoff position.
I think you're right, and that's why I expect a real heated battle. I mean, no team wants to back into the playoffs. Here we go. You want to come in on an uptick and playing good basketball.
It'll be the Warriors off the tip. Now Podziemski. Williams grabs the board. Here's Mr. Incredible. From deep. Doesn't go, and he's 0 for 1 from the floor. Outside Podziemski. Pass to Sohan. Here's Butler. Williams with the screen. Back to Sohan. Clock at 6. The three is up. Williams grabs the board. Now Los Angeles with it. And this is a very difficult team to beat right now. 13 straight wins.
Just a fun team to watch when you get right to it. I mean, the way they're executing at both ends of the floor, it seems like they're getting better each game. Communication, ball control, ball security, defensively. They are very adaptable, and we've seen how they adjust, always learning and constantly tweaking the winning formula.
The first of many tonight. Both teams have legit offensive talent.
Boy, I tell you what, that's going to be like a pinball machine, the way that scoreboard's going to light up.
Now here's Durant. They look to him to score consistently, averaging around 13.5 a game.
This is where KD dips into his bag and comes out smelling good.
Here's Butler. Now here's Podziemski. Basket counts.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
Mr. Incredible. Oh, it's stolen away. Oh, and a fast break for the Warriors. The shot by Butler, no good. Now well into his 30s. Is it fair to start wondering how many seasons Jimmy Butler has left, Grant?
Well, it's a fair question, B.A. But at the same time, Jimmy's hunger is just so different than everybody else's, which I could see helping prolong his career.
So it's the Warriors now, following the score by Los Angeles. Fades back. Rebound, the Lakers. They're fresh off a win against the Pelicans.
They were lights out from beyond the arc, and they spaced the floor beautifully in that one.
There's all kind of talk in the game today about stretching the floor, because when you do that, everything else just becomes a little easier.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Thanks. Well, Mr. Incredible in their last matchup against the Pelicans really lit up the floor. He ended up with 26 points, and he didn't waste any of his chances, putting up an impressive field goal percentage. They've been red hot lately, and he has been the one leading the way for them. Guys?
Yeah, he was unstoppable during certain stretches. It'd be great to see him top that performance tonight.
Well, his team needs him to contribute. When he's on his A game,
Warriors will go with a different look here. Jackson Davis is checked in for Williams. Sohan comes in for Jimmy Butler. Heald's checked in for Podziemski. And Hood Schifino subbed in for Hendricks. Here's Mr. Incredible. A 26-point game for him in the win against New Orleans. Here's Hood Schifino. They've got Kuminga, Jeremy Sohan out there with Trace Jackson Davis. Then it's Buddy Hield, and it's Hood Schifino in at the point guard position. That's the group for Golden State as we kick off the second quarter.
And once he gets to the rim, it's fairly automatic.
Nothing fancy right there. Just takes his 2 points, moves on.
Hey, guys, I know I'm stating the obvious here, but those could be an important 2 points considering how close this game is.
When they get their opportunity to punch it inside, they don't hesitate.
Here's Hood Schifino. An important role in this offense, averaging around 12.5 per game.
He had more than enough room to hit that, just couldn't make it happen.
Here's Mr. Incredible. He's watched by Kuminga. Mr. Incredible passes to Vanderbilt. Here's Mr. Incredible. Shot clock at 6. Jackson Davis grabs a miss.
Hard to turn down a look that good. Still, long twos are losing favor, and misses like that are the reason why. They're punishing those late defensive rotations, getting good looks inside throughout the half.
Yeah, Grant, despite the Warriors' success over the last decade, it hasn't always been this way for this franchise.
Yeah, they didn't have many winning seasons before they got Steph, Clay, and Dre. And you know, B.A., from 1978 to 2012, they made the playoffs just 6 times.
Sohan outside. Pass to Hood Schifino. And he lobs it up to the rim. Throw it down on the lob.
Put your head down and go to work. That's what they need to do.
Yeah, these teams trading punches right now. I mean, it's table tennis. Back and forth we go.
Here's Mr. Incredible. 6 points for him. Sinks it from distance. Already 7 lead changes. These teams are really going after each other.
It's been a brutal game to play, but a fun one to watch.
Pass to Kuminga. Man, oh man, Kuminga with the easy bounce. Throws it down.
What he might lack in height at the 4 spot, he makes up for it with his burst.
And we've got a timeout called by J.J. Redick. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. And the Warriors will go with a different look here. Williams is checked in for Jackson Davis. Jimmy Butler comes in for Sohan. Podziemski's checked in for Hield. And Hendricks is subbed in for Hood Schifino.
He does not lack for confidence, and he shouldn't. I mean, this guy is a dangerous scorer.
Outside Kuminga. Pass to Butler. Over Reeves. Butler can't get it to go.
The battle of the boards has been something to watch.
Yeah, tit for tat on the glass. Just one more aspect of what's been a very closely contested ball game here.
Williams with it. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. Williams a screen on Doncic. Butler passes to Williams. 2 points. That one goes.
Very little resistance around the rim right now. That's the 5th straight bucket they've given up in the paint.
Those looks they're allowing are almost automatic.
Mr. Incredible passes to Reeves. Here's Mr. Incredible from the high post. And there's another one for the Lakers.
I didn't see that coming. He sinks a pretty dicey shot.
Warriors trail by 4. Pass to Butler. Williams a screen on Reeves. Williams up top. Inside, here's Hendricks. Powered down after the assist led him to the lane.
And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
Making a statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain that aggressive approach, guys.
I like that. I mean, some physical play inside. He's not about to give up any easy baskets.
And, you know, the defense gets their money's worth on that foul, stopping the layup and not giving up the and one.
Los Angeles shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in this game.
And that's a little better than they did last year from the free throw line.
Sohan's checked in for the Warriors. Williams is checked in for the Lakers. Connect comes in for Reeves. The Warriors trailing. Here's Hendricks. 9 points for him in his last game. And shot no good. Oh, great D that time from Doncic. Oh, Doncic playing above the rim.
Boy, it's so impressive you see Doncic at his size handle the ball the way he does. As a defender, he can really put you on your heels.
Here's Butler. Oh, it's blocked by Williams. Here's Mr. Incredible. Great D that time from Podziemski. And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers with a 6-point lead at the close of the quarter. Great shot selection right now, keeping the game simple and getting high percentage looks. And more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way right after this.
Ernie Johnson here with Kenny the Jet and the Big Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal. How about we start out with the Western Conference and how those teams are stacking up?
Well, I think for the Warriors, they've played okay, but unfortunately, that's not getting you into the playoffs. They were hoping to take the next step this year. That led to a lot of frustration for everybody. Their fans are hangry. They wanted to eat.
All right, looking back now at that first half, we just saw some obstacles to overcome for Golden State.
You know, I love what they're doing, being patient on offense, getting high percentage looks, keep feeding the beast.
Yeah, some of it's approach, but a lot of it is they have great interior scorers.
And that is going to do it for us. Let's get back to some second half action with Brian Anderson and company.
Second half of basketball is upon us, and we may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game we've seen so far. Well, Grant, we know non-shooting big men can clog the paint, but if they know where to move off the ball, that certainly helps.
Yeah, you know, big men who know those circle actions, like flashing to the open spot when their man gives help, they often end up with easy looks inside.
On the court for the Lakers, they've got Luka Doncic. Kevin Durant is out there with Connect. Then it's Williams, and it's Mr. Incredible in at the 2. Out to the right wing. Outside Podziemski for three. Durant pulls it in.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Williams on the wing. Outside Durant. Oh, Durant buries it through contact.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
Williams with the screen. The shot by Sochan, no good. Los Angeles leading by 10. Durant's shot is off. Now here's Podziemski. Defense is right there. Here's Butler. No good that time.
Coming out stone cold here. Sometimes the break will do that to you.
Here's Mr. Incredible. It's rebounded by Hendricks.
Tell you what, that is a missed opportunity from mid-range for sure. With as little defense as was shown, should have made that one.
And here's Butler outside. Jimmy buckets with the tray.
Setting each other up beautifully. I love it. 8 of their last 10 points coming off assists.
You know, nothing makes a coach happier than selflessness on the basketball court.
And Doncic puts up a deep three. Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark. 4-3. And the Warriors with another three.
And their perimeter shooting numbers have been up since the start of the second half.
And their lasers are starting to do their thing. I mean, that's going to be the ticket for them the rest of the way.
And here's Connect outside. The shot is good. Doncic making the play. Connect's got 5 points now in the quarter.
It's turned into a showdown here. Dueling from distance.
Looks to me like there could be something personal taking place here.
And as the postseason nears, these power rankings really shape our expectations for the playoffs. You take a look at the Knicks. They slipped a bit. Still in the top 10, though.
Checking out the Lakers, they were expected to be one of the best teams entering the year, and we've seen nothing to change that opinion.
Pass to Hendricks. Launches it from deep. Williams grabs the board. Williams has got 5 rebounds tonight. Durant finds Doncic. Doncic throwing his weight around.
And that's the weight room strength of Doncic right there. Fully displayed.
Warriors trail by 9. Butler with the ball. A minute 53 left in the third. The shot off that time. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 2 shooting from the perimeter since halftime. Here's Mr. Incredible, defended by Podziemski. And there's the call on Jeremy Sochan. That's his first foul. The Warriors shooting at 49% so far in the game. Zeke Naji out there with Kuminga. Then it's Trace Jackson-Davis, and it's Spencer in at the shooting guard position. So that's the group out there for Golden State.
Ooh, bouncy. That should give them a nice lift.
Good timing. They needed that one.
And, you know, that's exactly what happens when you don't settle. That's the result. Tremendous effort and a big-time finish there.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
Boy, the defense looks shell-shocked. I mean, they're on the ropes right now, on their heels.
To the paint. Here's Spencer. And down it goes. Jam that one home.
They're going at it on offense. Neither team backing down.
Hey, defense is taking a back burner, secondary on the marquee, but who doesn't love a game like this? Let's go. I like offense.
Oh, KD against contact inside.
KD's aggressive streak coming out on that play. He can mix it up with the big guys when he needs to.
Fourth quarter still young. Just over a minute played. Oh, he tries a three. But Schifino's shot is off.
He continues to let it fly, but the makes have been few and far between.
Reeves, the pass to Mr. Incredible. Good, and that basket makes him 8 for 14 for the game.
Well, he's just zoned in. I mean, in most cases, taking quality shots very much within the flow of the offense.
And Steve Kerr calls timeout. He was quite emphatic, demanding the timeout, clearly wanting to address strategy with his team. And the Warriors going with a whole new group out there. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
During that break, Coach Steve Kerr had some advice for the team, and he was adamant that they need to tighten up their D. That lack of communication at that end has led to breakdowns, wide open shooters, and easy buckets. He sounded pretty frustrated, guys.
Appreciate the report, Allie. Butler goes for it inside.
You know, this has been a totally different half for him. He definitely looks more comfortable now, guys.
Pass to Mr. Incredible. Going inside. Great D that time from Podziemski. Warriors trail by 10. It's rebounded by Los Angeles. Williams has got 6 rebounds here tonight. Pass to Mr. Incredible. The 3. Williams grabs the board.
He made a 3 back in the first half, but that's it. We'll see if he can find his stroke.
Butler goes at the rim, and he banks in the layup.
The ability to score on the drive. Butler wastes little time tearing to the hoop.
And here's Doncic. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. Outside Durant. Lays it up and banks it in. And the Lakers lead by 10.
That is super efficient, getting in deep and then taking advantage.
Now here's Butler. He's guarded closely. Sohan outside. Williams a screen on Durant. 5 to shoot. The shot by Sohan no good.
All alone from mid-range. You gotta think he's kicking himself.
Mr. Incredible passes to Durant. And they pick up 2. And now a 12-point Los Angeles lead.
A 3-level score. Durant is a pick-your-poison matchup for defenders.
Here's Butler. Oh, tough work inside from Butler.
Great to see players still working the in-between areas. There wasn't much resistance defensively.
Los Angeles leading by 10. Pass to Mr. Incredible. On the wing, Durant. Sohan covering. Doncic outside. Luka against resistance.
Luka is a massive guard. He can do damage inside just as easily as outside.
And there's no way this margin gets closed down. Great execution of a game plan and a nice win here for the Lakers.
And at first glance, it appeared to be an easy win for them. However, they had to weather some storms along the way, Grant.
Yeah, in terms of competitiveness, it was a lot closer than the final score indicates.
And make no mistake, this has been a legendary year for them as they continue to rack up win after win. The confidence, enthusiasm, and carefree attitude they've played with has now helped earn them their 72nd win this year. Just remarkable.
But they've got 2 more chances to get some revenge. The matchup doesn't favor them, but against a conference opponent, they're gonna battle hard.
And, you know, against a conference opponent who you're going to see 4 times total on the season, a 2-0 advantage is pretty healthy.
And what a huge performance it was for Kevin Durant.
Gotta respect the leadership he showed today. Made great reads and distributed the ball accordingly.
Pass to Vanderbilt. Mitchell deciding where to go with it. A deep 3. And it's Okeke with a rebound. And so it's the Lakers easily grabbing this one. Boy, a nice win on the road. By the time this one was winding down, this building was stone cold silent.
And that's exactly what you got to do. You have to try to take the crowd out of it.
And that'll do it, folks. For Allie LaForce, Clark Kellogg, and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson saying thank you for watching the NBA, brought to you by 2K Sports. So long, everybody.
Keep it up, MP. Keep chopping wood. MP got the job done tonight, as usual.
You let these guys like the beam, and you're going to stand there and watch.
Facing one of the heavyweights tonight.
And both teams going through their pregame rituals, getting loose well before we're underway. Welcome to 2K Sports. We have the NBA coming up. Great to have you with us. Hi, everyone. I'm Kevin Harlan. With me, Richard Jefferson and Greg Anthony. And as always, the Hall of Famer David Aldridge joining us from the sidelines. A moment now to check out some numbers for Chris Middleton.
In the last 5 games, you can see the trend upwards for effective field goal percentage. And it shows you how confident he's playing right now.
And now the Lakers starting group. We've got Durant. Mr. Incredible is out there with Austin Reeves. Then it's Connect. And it's Williams at the 5. And for Sacramento, Carter out there with De'Aaron Fox. Then it's Sabonis. Then it's Jabari Smith. And it's Middleton in its small forward. And on paper, Greg, this might seem like a potential blowout, but anything can happen in this NBA.
Kevin, we see upsets happen all the time. It's what makes the sport great. You can't take any team or game for granted.
And it's the Kings to start out. And here's Carter. A pass to Fox for the 3. It's good from long range. Fox has got the opening basket of the game for the Kings.
Rise and fire. Man, I love watching Fox cash in off the catch.
Here's Boone. And the 3 off target. The Kings come into this one following a loss to Minnesota. Fox against Reeves. Rebound by Williams. Here's Connect. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game. A nice shot by KD.
This demonstrates leadership. Durant knows his teammates look for him to score and score often.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Kenny Atkinson did give me a few minutes to catch up with him. Their plan, such as it is to make Kevin Durant uncomfortable, force him to take shots instead of giving him the ones he wants. Coach said it's obviously easier said than done, but if you let Durant get hot, forget about it. He can take over an entire game. We'll see if they can execute defensively. Back to you.
Thanks, David.
Yeah, even though he's slender, Durant is good at keeping his balance through contact. The man is stronger than he looks.
Williams against Sabonis. Clock at 6. Pass to Smith. Jacks up a 3. Rebound the Lakers. This team is on quite a run. They're in the midst of a 14-game winning streak.
Yeah, not very often you see a team that's got the juice flowing like these guys. They've got the right attitude, the right team-focused basketball to win against just about anyone. Going to be interesting to see who and how this stretch comes to an end.
And here's Smith after the three-pointer from Boone. Smith with a screen on Williams. And they get it. Smith trying to break loose. Rebound by Williams.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over it.
Greg, give us one word to describe Domantas Sabonis on the offensive end.
Kevin, I guess I'd say dominant, but that only scratches the surface. The way Sabonis drops dimes, hits shots, and controls the glass, dominant just doesn't even really begin to say enough.
The mid-range jumper is a valuable weapon for Fox because defenses don't always expect it.
First quarter of play, we're about 3 minutes in. Here's Boone. Offline from the top of the key.
I think the defense will live with him taking mid-range jumpers, but maybe just a little bit more resistance.
Count that one. And here is Los Angeles now. They come in fresh off a win against the Warriors.
And you've got to love a team that can maintain its composure on the road. Take good shots and knock them down with confidence.
They took the air out of the crowd again and again with big shots. They never let the fans become a factor.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from three. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Now here is Carter taking a look at the scoring numbers. Right now he averages about 9 points a game. And Fox gets it to go. And J.J. Redick calls timeout here. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline. And some changes. Both teams deciding to change it up.
We're going out there. No let up.
Here's Christopher. 8 points his last outing. Pass to Valanciunas. Smith kicks to Carter. Here's Christie. Takes the three. Sacramento again missing.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
Taking a look at the Lakers. We've got Jared Vanderbilt. Doncic out there with Mr. Incredible. And it's Durant. And it's Mitchell in at the 3 spot. Now here is Carter. Pass to Christopher. Back to Carter. There's the triple. A rebound by the Lakers. Looking ahead to their next game, playing at New Orleans, they'll match up against the Pelicans over the 3rd game of this 3-game road trip. Carter on the wing. Shoots the 3. Buries it from 3-point range. Carter's got 5 points so far.
Heads up play by Smith, giving it away instead of forcing something.
On the wing, Mitchell. Vanderbilt setting the pick for Mitchell. It's not going to fall. He's taken 4 shots and made 2. The Kings trailing. Carter looking around. Pass to Christopher. And they're unable to get the tying basket there. Los Angeles has gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the 2nd quarter. Vanderbilt's shot is good. And so it's Carter who brings the ball up for the Kings. Knocked loose. Vanderbilt with the steal. Here's Boone. And he lays it up and in. Now it's a 6-point Laker lead.
Well, they weren't going to pass up that chance to get out and run following the steal.
Smith the pass to Christie. Launches a 3. And once again off the mark by Sacramento. Lakers have gone 4 of 10 in the 2nd quarter from the field. Vanderbilt kicks to Boone. Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. Mitchell outside. Hands it from downtown. Mitchell's got the lead up to 9 now for the Lakers.
When he has enough space, he's more than comfortable letting it fly from outside.
And Kenny Atkinson calls timeout here. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team. Some changes for the Lakers. Williams, he's checked in for Durant. Gannett comes in for Mitchell. And it's Austin Reeves in for Luka Doncic. Carter, the pass to Toppin. To the paint. Here's Fox. Fox. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And look at that bounce. Fox came flying through the air for that putback.
Here's Connect. And he uses the glass on the layup. Connect's got his first bucket in this one.
And without looking at the scoreboard, you think they were the team trailing and trying to fight their way back.
Fox kicks to Toppin. And he's good on the 3-ball. Toppin's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Pretty slick by Fox right there, giving it away to the guy who is ready to attack.
Here's Boone. Christie with the rebound.
He just looks off this quarter. Looks like he's forcing it a bit right now, a little bit in his head.
And it's Carter missing. Los Angeles leading by 6. Pass to connect. And here is Vanderbilt, defended by Sabonis. Here's Reeves. And the basket is good.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
And a deep 3 from Fox. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. And they've done a phenomenal job down low, so many of their points coming right at the rim. Back right after this.
Thanks for joining us for this fun-filled burst of basketball bliss. We kick off tonight's show with the power rankings across the league.
Checking out the Kings. We've seen a dip in their play. One, they can L4 with a month just left in the regular season.
Yeah, this is when you want to turn up, not phase out. Turning back now to our game, lots of positives in that first half for the Los Angeles Lakers.
As a team, you love a night like this when the game feels simple. Pass, shoot, score, repeat. Pass, shoot, score, repeat. Pass, shoot, score, repeat. And pass, shoot, score, repeat.
Nothing else to add to that, guys.
And that about wraps it up. And as the third quarter is about to begin, we go to Kevin Harlan for the call.
We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. We've seen Kevin Durant really having a great game.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
You love guys who can get their shots within the flow of the offense.
Chris Middleton is out there with Jabari Smith. And it's Fox. Then it's Sabonis. And it's Carter in at the point guard. That's the group starting the second half for Kenny Atkinson. Richard, we've seen how far basketball has evolved from 10 years ago to 5 years ago to now. What is it looking like when you go ahead 5 or 10 years?
I think in 5 to 10 years, we're going to see more and more centers that are just so skilled. Taller players, more Kevin Durants. You're going to see more Wembys. You're going to see more Chet Holmgrens because they're not just putting the tall guy underneath the basket. They're giving him the ball and teaching him how to run pick and roll now.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
And he's at nearly 90% from the free throw line this season, so having a terrific year.
Now here is Carter. He's got 5. Fox kicks to Carter. To the middle. Here's Middleton. Powered down with both hands.
And we talk about Middleton's accurate shooting often, but they are reminding us of his dunking ability as well.
Here is Mr. Incredible. 10 points for him. Nifty move. And Durant sends it back.
We've seen Durant really improve as a defender, using his impressive length to block shots.
To the inside. Here's Boone. That's good. And a nice assist from Durant. That's 12 points for Mr. Incredible.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Yeah, taking it right to the rim. One imagines that might be discussed at halftime. That's going to be on the film.
Now here is Carter. That's a 2 from Smith. Reeves with the rebound.
If he gets that look again, he should take it. You can't let one miss scare you off of a very good shot.
And Kevin Durant, one of the top 10 scorers in league history. And RJ still going strong.
And he does it with efficiency, Kevin. Takes great shots, and he's incredibly accurate. And if he doesn't have a look, he's a willing passer.
The Kings trail by 10. Fox kicks to Smith. Back to Fox. And he drops it in from the low post. Fox has got 11.
He is a rare one who's more comfortable inside. Fox, look, his game is about attacking, getting in close, not necessarily making a ton of threes.
Now here's Durant. 9 points in the game so far. Rebound by Smith. For Sacramento, they've gone 3 of 6 in the third quarter, 50% from the field. Fox finds Sabonis. Fires the three. The Lakers with the rebound. Reeves in the corner. Pass to Mr. Incredible. The three. KD can't get it to go. Middleton dishes to Smith. The Lakers with the rebound. Durant's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Connect. Lays it up off the glass. Connects. Got the lead up to 10 now for the Lakers.
At his size, KD is able to see the floor so well, and it helps him make passes just like that.
Here's Carter. Kicks it down to Middleton. That one falls, coming off Carter's feet. Middleton's got 5 points now this quarter.
Smart decision to kick it out to another guy once the defense is fixated on him in the paint.
And the Kings making a change here. Christie's checked in. And then for Los Angeles, Jackson Hayes, he's checked in for Williams. Vanderbilt comes in for Kevin Durant. And Doncic is subbed in for Austin Reeves. Buries the long-range jumper. Connects. Got 2 now from beyond the arc in the third for the Lakers. Pass to Christie. Back to Fox. It's hauled in by Doncic. Doncic has got 4 rebounds in this game. Connect with a wide open look. And again, it's the Lakers from deep.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Fox passes to Middleton. Shoots over Connect. That one's good. The Laker lead is cut down now to just 11 on the bucket for Middleton.
And just about every one of Middleton's shots is a smart one. Even from mid-range, he's not going to force anything.
Boom. Good on the shot. Mr. Incredible's got 14 points.
And not quite as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half. Sticking to the high percentage shots, playing smart with the lead.
Now, here's Fox. He's got 11. Christie kicks to Smith. Pass to Christie. Now here's Middleton. Shot clock at 5. A putback. The Lakers with the rebound. Puts up a deep 3. Oh, he got it to go.
Now that's how you end the quarter.
Woo. Wow, what a way to finish up the quarter.
Yeah, that's 1-100 type shot. But hey, that is why you just throw it up there.
And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Los Angeles on top. They finish off the third quarter with a huge surge, an 18-7 run. Live from Golden. And with the fourth quarter upon us, time. The Lakers with some changes. Mohamed Bamba, he's checked in for Jackson Hayes. And it's Mr. Incredible in for Fontecchio. The Kings trail by 17, so the Lakers 5 right now. Durant is out there with Bamba. Then there's Mr. Incredible. Then there's Luka Doncic. And it's Mitchell in at the 3 spot. Here's Christopher, covered by Mitchell. Fades and shoots. Christopher, no good.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Inside. And it's Durant missing.
those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Christie against Doncic. Pass to Carter. Here's Christopher, covered by Mitchell. Christopher, that's good.
Okay, let's throw out the analytics for a moment. When he's taking the mid-range, it's a winning shot.
Lakers leading by 15. Here is Mr. Incredible. Outside, KD. Teardrop shot. He takes it up and lays it in. And the Lakers lead by 17.
You want to know why they're winning? It's because of his play offensively.
And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. Williams, he's checked in for Mohamed Bamba. Vanderbilt comes in for Kevin Durant. Connect, he's checked in for Mitchell. And it's Austin Reeves in for Luka Doncic. And so it's Carter who brings the ball up for the Kings. Middleton on the wing. He's off on that one. Excellent D there from Williams. The Lakers have gone 3 of 8 here in the fourth quarter. Pass to connect. Here is Mr. Incredible. 6 on the shot clock. Lets it go from deep. It's rebounded by De'Aaron Fox. The Kings trail by 17. Carter outside. Back to Fox. And there's a minute 45 left to play in the final quarter.
That was a good look for him from mid-range, but just couldn't make the defense pay.
Pass to Williams. Here's the floater. And it's Sacramento with the rebound. Sabonis has got 6 rebounds now in the game.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for the Lakers.
The sheer volume of three-pointers was the deciding factor tonight, it seemed.
Yeah, they sink one and then do it again, and that strategy did work.
And it's pretty incredible when you look at the body of work this year, guys. I mean, when they hit 70 wins, we were astounded. And then now, the wins continuing to pile up in what's been truly a remarkable and special season.
And as we get set to put this one to bed, a one-sided season series thus far, they've won 2 straight.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Kevin Durant.
Oh, he was at the center of everything that happened in this game. His energy was felt throughout the building, and his impact, well, it was incredible.
Here is Mr. Incredible, defended by Carter. Shoots, and he nails the jumper.
And credit the whole team. It was a focused, concerted effort to put this one away.
And it felt like they just flipped the switch to go on that run and seal the game. Saving their best basketball for the end. Always smart.
29 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here is Mr. Incredible. Reeves outside. Here is Mr. Incredible. Fires from deep. Rebound by the Kings. So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead silent by the time, GA, this one wound down.
And that's what you want to do. Take the crowd out of it by crunch time. Don't give them any chance to lift their team up at the finish.
And that about wraps it up. And so for Richard Jefferson, Greg Anthony, and our reporter David Aldridge, I'm Kevin Harlan. Thank you for tuning in to watch the NBA on 2K Sports. We'll see you next time.
right, MP. They can't stop you.
Good job, MP. I see. New Orleans gets after it. Going to be a rowdy crowd out there.
Feeling you, FP. Objects in motion, stay in motion. Long as
Thanks for joining us on 2K Sports. What's better than NBA basketball on a Saturday night? We're here to bring you the action. Along with Stan Van Gundy and Hall of Famer Grant Hill, I'm Brian Anderson. Allie LaForce will be with us courtside. With about a month left to play here in the regular season, let's see who among the new rookies this year has shown they have what it takes to be an NBA star and potentially a Rookie of the Year winner. While you look at Griffin, he's shown us throughout the course of this season that he's at the top of his rookie class, so it's no surprise to see him in the top spot.
And there's no doubt he's the top contender. I'll be shocked if he's not lifting the Rookie of the Year trophy later on.
Yeah, a rookie year can be unpredictable, but he's consistently stood out from the crowd.
Here are the 5 for the Lakers. Jared Vanderbilt out there with Williams. Then it's Connect. Then it's Austin Reeves. And it's Mr. Incredible in at the point guard position. And for New Orleans, DeJounte Murray is out there with Griffin. Then there's Zion Williamson. And it's Messi in at the 5 spot. Grant, looking at these two teams, my attention is drawn to the front court matchup.
Oh, yeah, this should be a battle on the baseline. Great to watch skilled bigs trade blows and show off what they can do down low.
Now here's Williamson. No good there. Good D by Vanderbilt. And Reeves has got the ball here for Los Angeles. It's an understatement to say they're on a roll. They're coming in on a 15-game winning streak.
Well, just to be able to be on the call and see these guys in person is a real treat. They've been the talk of the NBA during this streak. The question now becomes, can they sustain the focus and level of intensity? They are looking quite comfortably in control, so it's going to be interesting to see.
Here's Griffin. Really played well against Charlotte in his last game. Pass to Messi. Williamson looking around. Here's Messi. Oh, Williams with the block. Here's Reeves. And he drains the quick shot.
Well, the defense can't lose track of him. He's just too talented offensively.
Coach, you spent a lot of time in New Orleans. Coach for him, as a matter of fact. It's a fun stop in the NBA. There's some amazing food in the Big Easy.
Yeah, Brian, I love the city of New Orleans. But when I coached there, it was in the pandemic. All the restaurants were closed. All the entertainment was closed. We couldn't enjoy the jazz or the food.
Here's Connect. As far as his production, he's averaging about 8 points per game. 3-pointer, 6 to shoot, and that's good. Austin Reeves for 3. Reeves has got 5.
Offensively, they've been pretty sharp. 3 for 4 so far.
Pass to Messi. Williamson with it. Here's Messi, and he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
And B.A., he takes his rebounding so seriously.
This dude is such a grinder. His teammates appreciate the effort. Just goes all out on the glass.
Well, he gets paid to be a factor on the glass. That's a nice dunk to finish it off.
Now here's Griffin. Checking the numbers. He's averaging close to 15 a game.
Well, if you give him that shot again, I'm willing to bet he nails it, especially with that lack of defensive effort.
And that one's good. Connect.
Now, you want to get him going as soon as possible. Great way for him to start this game.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, if he gets into a good rhythm early, watch out.
Murray for 3. It's rebounded by Los Angeles. And they've been winning at a high level this season. Most games not even close. Their point differential is sky high.
Yeah, a lot of their games have been essentially over by the third quarter. Blowouts, big margins, really astonishing the dominance they displayed over the course of the season. I'm not sure we've ever seen a team so consistently dominant.
And here's New Orleans now. After the Lakers picking up a basket just moments ago, Williamson outside. Pass to Boston. Griffin outside. Boston pass to Murray. 17-foot shot on the way. Uses the glass to drop it in.
Well, that can be a tough range, but Murray made it look routine.
To the right side. 1:07 left in the first quarter. Pass to connect. The three is up. Count it. All three of his attempts have gone in.
Rock solid screen right there. The defender got completely lost.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look for that.
Here's Nisi.
I don't mind that. I mean, they met him at the rim and temporarily prevented the points.
This is his first opportunity at the line this evening. First one falls for him. For New Orleans, Bobby Portis has checked. He's checked in for New Orleans. Clark comes in for Boston.
It's all you, MP. You got this.
Second quarter basketball, just over a minute and a half played so far. Here's Mr. Incredible, and he makes it on the layup. Mr. Incredible's gotten his second bucket.
Credit their discipline. They've been working for high percentage shots.
Here's Hawkins. No points yet. And so in the game for Los Angeles, they've got Davion Mitchell, Simone Fontecchio out there with Jackson Hayes. Then it's Luka Doncic, and it's Mr. Incredible in at the point guard position. Now here's Jones. It's a 5-point game. Just 5 to shoot. Out left to the wing. Lets it go from deep. A nice shot by Hawkins. Hawkins has got his first 3 points of the game.
And their shots are dropping with more consistency now.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Thanks. Well, Mr. Incredible in their last matchup against the Kings was all business. He dropped in 16 points and knocked down his share of three-pointers. That was a factor, too. Just another remarkable performance from him. Nothing new. Guys, we'll see how long he keeps this up.
Yeah, Allie, he put forth a commanding performance and led the charge for his squad.
Yeah, it's clear this guy is unafraid. He relishes the opportunity to take over for his team.
Yeah, so now the question is, can he do it again? Playing like that consistently is not easy.
Here's Mr. Incredible after the basket by New Orleans. Lets it fly. That won't go. 3 for 6 in this one.
When the defense is playing off you like that, you want to be able to convert. But that time, he just couldn't get it done.
Portis gets the bucket.
Well, that's what you're looking for. Shots from point-blank range.
And there's a minute 45 left in the second period. Lets it go. Again, the Lakers score.
He's been reliable from the floor, and that's reflected on the scoreboard.
On the wing, Jones. Here's Hawkins. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Jones against Doncic. Here's Mr. Incredible. It's wide right, hits off the rim.
He'll probably hear about that shot selection when he gets back to the bench. Maybe not their best option there.
From 11 feet away, Jones misses. The Lakers in the lead. Pass to Doncic. Kept alive. Second chance shot. And it's Mitchell laying it in. Mitchell's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Have to take care of the defensive boards better than that.
Yeah, they need to pay attention to the details. Second chance points are backbreakers.
Now here's Portis. 9 points in the game. Pass to Clark. Now Portis. And the Pelicans miss again. Los Angeles leading by 4. 2-second difference between shot and game clock. Outside Mitchell. Got a hand on it. And he recovers it. On the take. And Mitchell with the slam.
Incredible work right there on the glass. Just doing all he can to extend that lead.
Hey, once you got him on the ropes, keep swinging away.
Yeah, this is the spot where coaches want you to be relentless. Don't even give them a glimpse of hope.
And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers leading by 6 as we wrap up the quarter. Just pounding the painted area. That's helped them build an advantage. And don't go far. We'll be right back.
Greetings, everybody. Before we delve into the first half analysis, let's bring you up to speed on the power rankings at this critical stage of the season.
You take a look at the Lakers. They're the best team in the league, and they know it. When you're the biggest dog, throw that muscle around, keep the rest of the pack in line.
Listen, nobody should be surprised by how they're playing. This team is loaded.
And now taking a look at that first half action, it was a less than ideal start for the New Orleans Pelicans.
Limiting turnovers has helped. Give their ball handlers props. They've been smart with the decision-making.
They're certainly running the offense well. You know the coaching staff loves to see this. Thanks, as always, for watching. Let's head back to Brian Anderson and crew for the start of the second half.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been a fairly even one. Well, Grant, you were an excellent defender in your day. So who was the toughest player you had to guard?
Well, there were so many great players. Michael, LeBron. But let's talk about the late, great Kobe Bryant. I mean, he really had no weaknesses. And even if you defended him perfectly, there's a good chance he can still make the shot.
We've got Zion Williamson, Murray out there with Griffin, and it's Messi in at the center position. So that's the group out there for New Orleans. The kick out to Griffin. This one for 3. Sends it home from three-point land. Griffin's gotten himself on the board with a 3 there.
And for the defense, that is a heart-sinking moment when you see him that wide open from beyond the arc.
Wow, that type of finish is just deflating right now for a team that's trying to make a comeback.
Ouch. That's certainly a big-time finish right there. It was one big exclamation point, or maybe even a question mark. And it's Williamson with the ball for the Pelicans, trailing by 5. Zion not fazed by the contact.
Well, to Zion, a little bit of contact is nothing. I'm not even sure he feels it.
Pass to Williams. Outside Reeves. Again, the Lakers. And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball. Murray looking around. Baseline jumper. And the Pelicans get another bucket right there.
Good, solid start to the half, hitting 3 out of 4.
Here's Mr. Incredible, defended by Murray. Griffin against Reeves. Again, the Lakers score. Pelicans trail by 5. Outside Murray. The three-pointer off the mark. For Los Angeles, they've gotten 3 of 4 shots to fall so far in the third.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let them get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
Well, that's too easy. As he says, let me add to my highlight reel.
Pass to Messi. Outside Murray. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. He's off on that one.
I'll tell you what, they've been aggressive and they've been physical.
Here's Connect. Outside Vanderbilt. Here's Mr. Incredible, defended by Murray. Here's Mr. Incredible. Misi grabs the board.
Yeah, loose coverage by the defense, but he just couldn't make them pay.
Williamson against Williams. Pass to Boston. Here's Misi. Murray for three. Murray can't get that one to fall.
Now, this hasn't been his quarter so far. He's really struggling to get going.
Mr. Incredible passes to Williams. Here's Boston. Here's Williamson. Vanderbilt pulls it in. Vanderbilt's got 4 rebounds now. Here's Mr. Incredible. And again, the Lakers, no good.
Yeah, well, that's a shot the defense is probably going to let him keep taking.
Murray finds Williamson. There's 57 seconds left in the third. Another miss. They desperately need a bucket. Los Angeles leading by 7. Right side Vanderbilt. Pass to Reeves. The Lakers got to get one up. Late clock. And out of bounds. New Orleans will have it. New Orleans making some changes. Los Angeles will go for a different look here.
What's this thing out?
And so in the game for the Lakers, Hayes is out there with Connect. Then it's Mo Bamba. Then it's Luka Doncic. And it's Mr. Incredible in at the 1. Fires it. Rebounded by New Orleans.
Well, it's a make or miss league. Sometimes the Jays just don't fall. It wasn't a bad shot.
Pass to Clark. 6 on the shot clock. Portis with it. Some solid defense from Bamba.
And it didn't register as an official block, but he did everything you want in disrupting that shot.
Well, you know, sometimes the most pivotal plays don't always go on the stat sheet.
And Clark with a block. Williamson outside. And again, New Orleans no good.
Defensively, you pick your poison. That time, they gambled off the right guy.
Here's Doncic. Luka! Get off me!
Oh, my. Tight defense, but Doncic just muscles it in.
And it's Williamson with the ball for the Pelicans. 8-point game. The Pelicans call timeout. Some changes for Los Angeles. Williams is checked in for Bamba. Vanderbilt comes in for Hayes. And Austin Reeves is subbed in for Luka Doncic. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear the Pelicans coach going over their plan during the last break. He ripped into their perimeter game and their energy level, saying to his guys, "We're just running through the motions out there. There's no hustle or desire to chase them off the three-point line or to try to get open looks from deep on the other end." Guys?
And Allie, thanks. Mr. Incredible passes to Reeves. Here's Connect. And right on target. And the Lakers lead by 8.
He's really finding his rhythm here. I mean, smart move to keep feeding him the ball.
Yeah, when you have a guy playing like he has been recently, he's got to be the first option on every possession.
Knocks it loose. Pass to Messi. Ooh, and powered down. What a jam.
Well, that's a good feed from Murray. He was all about doing what's best for the team.
Outside Reeves. And here's Vanderbilt from the arc. Gets the 3 ball to go.
Too much space on the perimeter. There needs to be a little more energy from the defense.
Pelicans trail by 9. Outside Murray. Launches it. Williams grabs the board. Williams has got 5 rebounds in the game. Reeves, the pass to Mr. Incredible. Here's Connect. Sinks that one from the post.
Well, now it's just a matter of watching the sand fall through the hourglass. This game is wrapped up in a strong showing for the Lakers.
And they were on fire tonight. Fantastic offensive performance, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., they really shot the ball well. I mean, their coach has to be beyond thrilled with how well they played.
And we just saw one of the greatest teams of all time win again. They've reached that magical 72-win marker, and they keep going.
And against a familiar opponent, it's nice to establish a psychological advantage with the win in the first game.
And as it was happening, as it was building, you knew this was a monster game for Davion Mitchell.
Well, he came out with great energy and effort, doing everything he could possibly do to help his team.
And it's Portis, that time on the assist by Payne. About 3 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Mr. Incredible. And he lays it up and in. And the Lakers lead by 13.
Leaving nothing to chance. This run shutting the door on him.
Yeah, this run has poured a bucket of water on any ember of a potential comeback.
So we see the Lakers taking the W here. They have to feel good about this performance. It's one they can be proud of.
Very true. I mean, when you're out on the road, the wins can feel a little sweeter. This one has to feel extra special.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. Alongside Stan Van Gundy, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson saying thanks for tuning in to the NBA on 2K Sports. So long and good night, everyone.
Another game, another win. Back to work tomorrow.
Son, you win so many games, I'm running out of things to say.
talking? I'm good. Just got out of that puppy stage, so it's nice to have do a little more show up and down. Yeah, I heard my dog was that stage. Saw some of your old tricks. Yeah, I did. Probably $8,000 back soon. My back's killing me. When's the last time you did yard work? Last weekend. I had one of those nice rides.
I've been trying to do push-ups all week, but you never move like yours. I just done those. Life changer.
Crowd looks hyped tonight. Better come with it.
Those kicks, MP. You know MP came ready to play.
We welcome you to Noche NBA here on 2K Sports. From the attire to the food, the players' jerseys, tonight a celebration of the Latin culture. Kevin Harlan here, joined by our analysts Greg Anthony and Hall of Famer Doris Burke. Plus, reporting from the sidelines, another Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. And a quick look at some of the numbers for Deni Avdija.
And his three-point shooting has gotten a lot better over his last 10 games. He looks so much more comfortable from beyond. There's no doubt he's got the green light to let it fly whenever the shot's there for him.
So let's take a look at the Charlotte starting lineup. Miller is out there with Shake Milton. Then there's Hunter. Then it's Williams. And it's Salon in at the power forward. And for the Lakers, Jared Vanderbilt out there with Connect. Then it's Williams. Then it's Austin Reeves. And it's Boone in at the point guard. Doris, here we are looking ahead to the postseason. Do you have a favorite right now?
Well, Kevin, like anyone, I definitely have some ideas of who I think could be there and the last one standing. But I'm staying neutral. Number one, it's my job, and predictions only lead to the possibility I'm wrong, and I don't want to do that.
So off the tip, it's Charlotte. Here's Milton. Down low. And rebounded by Connect. Pass to Mr. Incredible. From the arc. It's rebounded by Charlotte. Now, here is Miller. And you know the points will always be there for him. He's averaging just a shade under 20 points a game right now. Fires the three. And rebounded by Connect. Here is Mr. Incredible, defended by Milton. Chalk up 2 there.
And it's always nice to get the easy look inside for your first points of the game.
First quarter, just over a minute played. Pass to Hunter. Back to Milton. Hunter the screen. A shot by Milton, no good. And Reeves has got the ball here for the Lakers. They are on a phenomenal run right now. 16 consecutive wins.
What an absolute joy to watch. This team is playing a beautiful brand of basketball right now. Everything about it. The athleticism, the basketball skill, the intelligence, the heart, the toughness, the commitment. These guys have been extraordinary. Well, conversions have been a problem. 0 for 4.
Here is Mr. Incredible. 12 points his last outing. Reeves outside. Into the lane. Pass to connect. And another 3 for the Lakers.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
And he's going up for the alley-oop. Williams with the steal. Reeves the pass to Williams. And finished off by Williams.
They've been excellent so far, coming in with a well-balanced attack.
On the offensive end, it feels like they're getting the shots they want, and defensively, they are connected and on a string.
And timeout is called by Charles Lee. Looking for a breather, and maybe just 1 or 2 things to talk about. He's checked in for the Lakers. Irving's checked in for Charlotte. Well, in attendance here tonight in Los Angeles, we've got rapper Sway Lee.
Yeah, Kevin, and of course Sway Lee big on hoops in general. He's big on streaming 2K and loves to play pickup ball.
And that time, also a missed shot.
Boy, surprised he missed that. The defense just good enough to prevent that bucket.
Shots good by Mr. Incredible. And it's 7 points for Mr. Incredible.
Building up a big early lead, they have taken charge of this game.
And they've been doing it largely at the offensive end. If the defense does not adjust, this could be a blowout.
Miller with a wide open look. Releases from the wing and drills it.
And that ends the struggle. You could feel the tensions in the building with each miss.
And you've got to be able to show some resiliency, right? Keep pounding away, and it finally falls for you.
And so it's Irving with it, bringing it up for the Hornets. It's a 10-point game. Oh, the power on that throwdown.
And I got to say, sort of surprising he goes for a slam that difficult when they're trailing.
But still, a magnificent move to the rim. Awesome display of athleticism captured by your AT&T 5G Slam Cam.
And you can see their strategy coming in. They want to control the paint.
They have used their size and their strength to get off any shot they want. They've dominated on the interior.
Pass to Hunter. Charlotte moving the ball around. Miller outside. Irving sets a screen for Miller. Shot clock at 6. And it goes down 2 points. Miller's got his second basket of the night.
Now, how about this move by Miller, using the pick and roll to create some space for himself?
Here's Boone. And a strong finish with 2 hands.
Yeah, they have gone full throttle from the opening tip, showing no signs of letting up.
Well, you set the tempo early, and when you get command and control of a game, it's perfect.
46 seconds left in the first quarter. Pass to Miller. And here is Hunter. Playing Memphis, he was nearly unstoppable. Irving and Charlotte again with the bucket.
And nice dime from Hunter there. An unselfish player who knows how to look for his teammates.
26 seconds left in the first quarter. Shots good by Mr. Incredible.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
Hornets trail by 11. Here's Milton. Reeves with the rebound. Here is Mr. Incredible. 14 points for him. Reeves outside. Fires it up. And good. Got the English that time as it falls.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
And so it's Los Angeles. 13 points up at the end of the period. They've had such great ball movement and shot selection, and it's led to a terrific field goal percentage. We come back right after this. Welcome back, everyone. Good substitution here for the Lakers. Williams, he's checked in for Hayes. Fontecchio's coming in for Vanderbilt. Connect, he's checked in for James. And it's Mr. Incredible in for Davion Mitchell. Mark Williams is checked in for the Hornets. Miller comes in for Grant. Hornets trail by 15. Mr. Incredible is out there with Luka Doncic. Then it's Simone Fontecchio. Then it's Connect. And it's Williams at the center position. That's the Laker 5. When you look at the game of Mark Williams, Doris, what impresses you the most?
Well, probably his size and athleticism. That combination makes him an immediate fit. He understands which shots to take on the offensive end, seems to have a great feel for how to position himself on the defensive end and how to mix it up on the glass.
And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Thanks, Kevin. Mr. Incredible in their last matchup against the Pelicans looked really strong. He scored 12 points, and he did a good job to dish out a few assists to his teammates as well. This team is playing really well right now. They're playing for each other and working hard to get every win. Kevin, they'll want to keep it going tonight.
All right, David. Great. We'll see if tonight follows suit. I'm sure he's looking forward to the challenge.
I think he'll be ready. He's in a groove. The confidence is insane. Boy, it's a good place to be.
No doubt. He is locked in, seems so comfortable with where his game is at. Boy, has he been fun to watch.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. And he's got his first free throw of the game.
And from the line thus far, how about 83% on the season? Outstanding.
Take a break.
The first one falls.
Yeah, nice job of drawing the contact and creating opportunities at the line.
And some changes here for the Lakers. Vanderbilt's checked in for Fontecchio. And it's Austin Reeves in for Luka Doncic. And so he makes both from the line. 1:24 left in the first half. Pass to Hunter. Shoots over Connect. Rebound the Lakers. They defeated the Pelicans in their last game.
Well, on the road, you don't expect to look so comfortable on the offensive end, but that was the story of the game.
It came down to execution. No wasted possessions, and that is absolutely essential trying to win on the road.
Vanderbilt setting the pick for Reeves. Offensive rebound. pick by Williams. And that's good. Austin Reeves for 3. Reeves has got 5 points so far.
They've given up a lot of three-pointers here today.
At the top of the key, Hunter. And again, the Hornets missing.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
To the left wing. Pass to Connect. 6 to shoot. Williams has a screen for Connect. Again, Los Angeles.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
You know, we see this all the time. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens. Well, the versatility he possesses makes him a very tough cover, guys.
And through one half, it hasn't even been close. Lakers ahead, running away with this one. We'll take a quick break, then get you back to the action.
Welcome, everybody. Let's get right to it. It's been nothing short of a tremendous challenge for the Charlotte Hornets.
Their opponent is beating them up on the boards, and they're not taking it well.
No, they are not. It's been pretty embarrassing. All right, and now that we are in the later stages of the season, here's how the standings are looking in the East.
Taking a look here now at the Hornets, they're not going to make the playoffs. We knew that. But they did show glimpses of what they could eventually be. Unfortunately, all of that will have to wait till next year.
And that about wraps it up. And as the third quarter is about to begin, we go to Kevin Harlan for the call.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. And Mr. Incredible has been sensational.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look they wanted.
You know, as a coach, you can preach good shot selection, but it's up to the players to execute, and this guy has done just that.
So it's the Lakers now. Earlier, they held a 23-point lead. It seems every season, Doris, we have players speak out on being unhappy with their roles.
Well, consider, Kevin, that if you're one player on a roster in the NBA, how coveted each of those spots are, but also how competitive they are. You don't get there without that nature, which means you want to play.
And Charlotte, looking at who they've got. We've got Brandon Miller. He's out there with Shake Milton. Hunter is out there with Mark Williams. And it's Salon in at the power forwards position.
Slow rotation there defensively, and he gets a wide-open look from mid-range.
And I'll tell you, you look up at the scoreboard, that's correct. They have a big lead for a reason.
And pushing it up, here's Los Angeles. Williams for 3. A three-pointer is right on target. Williams has got 5 points so far.
And I want to see more of that from him. I mean, he's been passing up on his shot more than usual, even though he's hitting the ones that he takes.
Inside. Miller inside. He's defended by Reed.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Here is Mr. Incredible, defended by Milton. Mr. Incredible, the pass to Williams. Clock at 6. Here's Boone. The three-pointer, no good. And here's Hunter. He'll bring it up for Charlotte. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
An athletic forward with a versatile skill set. Hunter has also proven he can come up big in big moments.
Shoot 2.
The free throw drops for Hunter. And both free throws good for Hunter. Los Angeles leading by 23. 2 minutes into the second half of play now. Pulls up. Shot's good by Mr. Incredible. Mr. Incredible's got 23.
Probably wasn't the shot they were looking for, but they'll take the bucket.
Milton kicks to Hunter. A rebound by the Lakers. Connects. Got rebound number 5 here tonight.
Boy, that makes them 0 for 3 to start the second half. Not the start you were hoping for here.
Reeves outside. Vanderbilt setting the pick for Reeves. And the shot is good. Reeves has got 4 points in the quarter.
Well, this guy flat out carrying the load for them offensively. He is taking and making good shots. What a terrific job.
Milton the pass to Miller. Fires for 3. Rebound by Williams. Williams has got 6 rebounds in the game. Reeves in the corner.
Inside.
There's 1:59 left in the third. Over in the corner, Williams. Back to Reeves. Three-pointer. Scored the bucket. He's made 5 so far, shooting a very clean 5 of 7.
3-pointers are killing them at this point, and they haven't been able to respond at the other end.
Pass to Salon. Reeves against Miller. Looking to end the run. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. This is his first free throw of the game.
And on the season, only shooting around 73%, so not necessarily where he'd like to be.
And that one falls for Williams. And we've got a lineup change here. Los Angeles making a switch here. Boone's checked in, and the Lakers call time here. And so often, we'll hear talk about how many rings a great player has. Doris, do we emphasize that maybe too much?
I think, Kevin, first and foremost, a great player is great no matter what. This is a team sport, and a player doesn't have control necessarily of the parts and pieces behind him or the organization within which he's trying to succeed. Titles matter, certainly, there's no question, and it's great fodder for fans, but it's not how I define a great player.
They've got Mitchell. Doncic out there with Mr. Incredible. Then it's Jackson Hayes. And it's Bamba in at the center, filling out the middle. That's the Laker 5.
You know what? You've got to always be in control of your emotions.
Simone Fontecchio. He's checked in for Mohamed Bamba.
Right here.
Just over a minute played here in the fourth. Hayes with it. And here's Doncic from the arc. Basket number 8 for him on 13 tries. That's 62% so far.
His first triple of the second half. That makes 3 for the game.
Smith outside. Drops in the tray.
Steady from beyond the arc. Smith's improvement from there could really make him a dangerous player.
Here is Mr. Incredible. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Mr. Incredible's got 25 points in the game.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly, and capitalizing.
Here's Smith. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. Smith's got 5 points in the quarter.
Yeah, just sensing the defensive overcommitment there. Avdia making them pay with the right timed pass.
Here is Mr. Incredible, covered by Smith. Greg, every year we have the Best Teammate Award. What are some of those qualities that you admire in a great teammate?
You know, Kevin, you want guys who make you better and who make it fun to come to work every day. In the end, teammates are like family. So trust, commitment, and just enjoying being with one another, it matters.
Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. Now, Fontecchio. Just 5 to shoot. Beyond the arc. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Fontecchio's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Grant outside. From downtown, it's rebounded by Hayes. For Los Angeles, they've gone 5 of 8 shooting as we've come down the home stretch in this final quarter. Doncic looking it over. Mitchell sets the screen for Doncic. Over Irving. And it's Doncic missing.
And it didn't fall, but that's the kind of shot they want their offense to create.
You know, it can be frustrating when you make the right play and fail to reap the rewards. You just have to stay with it here.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout. Big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for Los Angeles.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And words can hardly describe the way these guys have come out game after game after game and been dominant facing both conferences. When they hit the 72-win mark, we thought it couldn't continue. And when they rewrite the record books once more, we'll say, wow, we were glad we watched it all. What a team.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of 2 that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Luka Doncic.
You can't look back at too many major moments in this game and not see his imprint put all over it.
Nice shot by Smith.
And you can appreciate the fight now, but it isn't how they came into the game.
No doubt. It felt like they were a little tight for much of the evening. Now they're in a better flow, but it may be too little too late.
Irving against Mitchell. So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. It was a tale of 2 teams tonight, one that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go, and once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see that rhythm and flow from their perspective.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for tuning in. See you later.
Another day, another win. Good work. They weren't even trying to win, so you better not lose.
fans live for games like this one.
Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports, an April Fool's Day edition. Glad to have you with us. Hello, everyone. I'm Brian Anderson, joined by Grant Hill and Clark Kellogg. We'll hear from reporter Allie LaForce in a moment. And this is how the West looks with just 3 games left until the playoffs begin. Taking a look at the Lakers, final stretch of the season, they've got the #1 seed and have shown no signs of giving it up. And, of course, the Jazz, quite a bit of space between these two. The starters for Utah. Bradley Beal's out there with John Collins. Then it's Filipowski. Then it's Josh Giddey. And it's Matthews in at the 2-guard position. And for Los Angeles, they've got Connect. Williams is out there with Jared Vanderbilt. Then it's Austin Reeves. And it's Mr. Incredible in at the point. On paper, Clark, this is a mismatch, but the game is played on the floor.
I see where you're going with that, B.A., but I look at the talent disparity between these teams. It's wide and deep. It's a chasm. So I see no opportunity for any kind of surprise here.
Here we go. And it's going to be the Jazz off the tip. Now here's Giddey. Pass to Filipowski. Beal surveying the D. Williams grabs the board. Here's Mr. Incredible. Williams passes to Mr. Incredible. Here's Connect. Let's go with a 3. Hits the trifecta.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
Outside Giddey. Oh, swiped away. Here's Mr. Incredible, and he buries his first look.
You want to run your offense through him, a reliable scoring option.
On offense, here's Utah. It's a 5-point game. They come into this one following the loss to Minnesota.
As they say, live by the 3, die by the 3. When you're too perimeter dependent, it's hard to maintain consistency game in and game out.
And, you know, I think the lack of success from the perimeter really did them in. They just couldn't get it going from there.
So it's Los Angeles now, following the bucket by Utah. Mr. Incredible, no good.
He just couldn't finish the job that time, and too bad, because it was a nice look.
Giddey passes to Collins. To the middle. Here's Filipowski. Outside Giddey. And it's going to be a 3-second call. And a chance to see the latest edition of the power rankings. Always fun to see where everyone in the league stands. Taking a look at Denver. They're building some momentum right now and aiming for a spot in the top 5.
Seeing where Los Angeles is, they've been systematically taking down their opponents, piling up wins just like everyone thought they would.
Now here's Reeves. He picked up 12 points in their last win against Charlotte. On target from range.
Reeves can make you pay from deep, especially if you allow him to get comfortable and set.
Here's Giddey. 6-point game. Down low. Stolen by Vanderbilt. Oh, and makes it with the kiss.
They've hit 4 of their first 5 shots. Great execution and attention to detail.
Beal outside. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2.
What I admire about Beal is his work ethic, his desire to keep improving year after year.
It's his first trip to the line.
And fellas, I think you have to like his improvements over his free throw numbers from a year ago. It's not a significant number or a huge amount, but it's improvement nonetheless.
Luka Doncic is checked in for Los Angeles. Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. Here's Mr. Incredible. Giddey defends. Mr. Incredible, good.
Getting out to a nice lead. Great flow and great execution.
Quality looks they're getting, and they're capitalizing on them, guys. They have to be happy with this start offensively.
And there it is for him. Beal's got 6.
His position might be shooting guard, but Beal has no problems taking it inside.
Stolen by Giddey. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks. Well, Mr. Incredible in their last matchup against the Hornets was outstanding. He dropped 27 points, and in terms of his shooting, well, mistakes and bad selections were few and far between. He and his team are really clicking right now, and you'd love to see that momentum carry them through the rest of the year. Guys?
Thanks, Allie. Absolutely. He was a one-man show in that one, Grant.
Yeah, he was not going to let them lose that game. We'll see if he comes in with that same mentality tonight.
Yeah, you know, every night's different. They may try to double him, might force him to adjust, or force him to make plays with the pass instead. We'll see.
Los Angeles leading by 8. Doncic outside. And here in the first quarter, a little over 3.5 minutes played. That one falls.
They have no answer defensively inside.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Clark, when you watch Luka Doncic play, how is he able to just control the games like he does?
He's a savant. That's all I can say. He's way ahead of himself. I mean, this guy's been a pro since he was 13 or 14 years old. There's nobody else in the NBA that's been a pro that long, I don't think. So, unique in that regard. Great size, uncanny, underrated strength. And then his vision, his pace, all of that what allows him to really not ever be sped up or out of control.
Clock at 6. No good on the triple. .30 seconds left in the first. Jazz trail by 10. Outside Giddey. Pass to Matthews. Beal gets the bucket. Beal's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Such a tough guard. I mean, Beal mixing it up inside, coming out on top in that battle.
Here's Mr. Incredible. Gets the 3 to fall.
Boy, I like their energy coming in. Terrific execution so far.
And, you know, it's an all-out effort they've come in with. Very aggressive offense so far.
And so it's Los Angeles closing out the quarter ahead by 11 points. And it's mostly due to their superb shooting. They've wasted very few possessions. We'll be back in a moment. We welcome you back to second quarter. Teams deciding to change it up. Well, Clark, playing time is so difficult to come by. So what's the best way to stay ready if you're on the end of the bench?
Yeah, that's a good question, B. I never experienced that as a starter in the short career that I had in the NBA. With all the travel, I think you just got to make a commitment to get in the extra work between the few practices that you have. So it's really being self-motivated as an individual to be professional and anticipate that you're going to be ready if your number's called.
Williams is out there with Hayes. Then it's Connect. Then it's Austin Reeves. And it's Mr. Incredible in at the 1. That's who's in the game for the Lakers. Here's Mr. Incredible. His 4th make in 5 tries. Solid start for him.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
Boy, the defense looks shell-shocked. I mean, they're on the ropes right now, on their heels.
Giddey passes to Beal. Here's Filipowski to the inside. And he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
Yeah, look at Giddey stealing the spotlight. What a jam.
Here's Mr. Incredible. Giddey defends. Good on the bucket. Mr. Incredible's got 4 points in the quarter.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
Pass to Filipowski. And there's the foul. It's on Jackson Hayes. That's foul number 2 for him.
That's his 2nd foul of the first half. Not a big deal yet, but something to keep an eye on.
Vanderbilt's checked in for Hayes. 30 seconds left to play in the 2nd quarter. Back to Collins. And here's Beal. With the floater. Vanderbilt pulls it in.
I'll tell you what, they've rebounded the ball tremendously well.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
Reeves can't cash it in from close range. And so it's Los Angeles, already up 26 points as this quarter ends. Their efficiency has been off the charts. They're running their sets well with patience and purpose. We'll be right back.
Welcome, everybody. The story at the half could be summed up as a dominating performance for the Los Angeles Lakers.
The three-point chances have been there for them, and they've taken advantage.
Just watching the game, not even looking at the scoreboard, you can tell they're the better team tonight by a mile. And next up, we have the award winners, our players of the month in the East and the West. For the West, Victor Wembanyama.
Tremendous effort lately for this guy. Victor, 7'4". This dude is 7'4". Folks, I mentioned because skills-wise, he's kind of like a small forward.
Lots of great NBA players from France, but he has a good shot at being the best of that group. That does it for halftime. Let's get back to game action. Here's Brian Anderson with the start of the third quarter.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it's been a runaway. Taking a look at the Jazz. John Collins out there with Bradley Beal. Then it's Josh Giddey. Then it's Filipowski. And it's Matthews in at the shooting guard position. Beal with it. Driving in. Vanderbilt pulls it in.
Well, you've got to be there defensively. I mean, that's an easy mid-range jumper that he'll typically drain.
Vanderbilt with a screen. Good drive by Reeves. Rebounded by the Jazz. They'll be playing host to New Orleans for their next one, and that's the first of just 2 home games for them. Here's Beal. Give him that one. Now shooting 5 for 11 from the floor.
3-level score. Beal can make every type of shot, and he's made a lot of them tonight.
Launches a 3. Collins with the rebound. Utah shooting only 39% so far in the game. Beal outside. Pass to Filipowski. Over to the wing. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Matthews. Misses in close.
They've had a slight leg up on the boards and a big leg up on the scoreboard.
Well, you take a look at all of the stats, the team stats that is, and that's one of the many areas that they've had the advantage. And as a result, they've got a big lead. At the offensive end, he's been assertive and efficient, guys. A big reason why they hold this lead right now.
They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by.
Here's Giddey. It's rebounded by Los Angeles. Reeves has got 4 rebounds now.
This isn't how they wanted to start the second half. Only 1 of 4.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian. Well, in today's high-scoring NBA, every position has to be a threat. All-star Donovan Mitchell said, "We're getting away from the point guards who are just floor generals. It's passing and scoring that you're starting to see, and your level of scoring allows you to be a better playmaker. Teams have to respect that."
No doubt, Allie. Thank you. Here's Beal. That one drops for him. Beal's got 14 points.
It's nice to see they're not settling for three-pointers. These guys are putting in the work inside.
To the wing, right side. Pass to connect. Here's Mr. Incredible. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window. He's got 18.
And his fantastic performance from the last game has carried over to tonight.
And you know that's how it goes with him. I mean, his hot streaks, guys, don't last minutes. They last days.
Beal outside. Lets it fly. Had the space there, but it's offline.
With the defense absent, that was a great opportunity, but no go.
Pass to Mr. Incredible. And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
Since halftime, they have been efficient and effective, making Coach very happy.
Boy, I like the disposition and attitude since halftime. They're patiently looking for good shots.
A little under 3.5 minutes off the clock now in the third quarter. Beal, the pass to Collins. Fires for 3. And Beal with the basket on the assist by Collins.
You know, so far he's been dominant this period, making the most of his opportunities.
Here's Mr. Incredible. Collins with the rebound. The Jazz have gone 3 of 7 here in this third quarter. Reeves against Beal. Collins with a screen on Reeves. Beal outside. Goes up and lays it in nice and easy. Beal's got 19 points.
And, you know, I'm not quite sure what the defense was thinking. I mean, you can't leave somebody like him uncovered.
And here's Vanderbilt from the arc. And the three-pointer goes. Vanderbilt's got 5 points.
That's a high IQ pass by Reeves. He sets up the guy who's most open.
And here's Beal. 19 points in the game. Fires from deep. And Reeves pulls it down. Here's Connect. Collins defending. The shot's good. Vanderbilt's got 5 points now this quarter.
Oh, nice feed. On time and on target.
Here's Beal. It's good from the top of the key. And so it's Los Angeles building a mountain of a lead, up 31 points as this quarter concludes. The hustle they've shown on defense has been tremendous. We'll be right back with you shortly. All right, let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And I'll tell you what, this was a no-brainer tonight. Take a look at the precision on this feed. Couldn't place it any better.
Served him up a tasty room service dime right there, boy.
All right, MP.
Los Angeles has gone 7 for 17 from three-point range so far in this matchup. Simone Fontecchio out there with Jackson Hayes. Then there's Mitchell. Then it's Luka Doncic. And it's Mr. Incredible in at the point guard position. That's the Laker 5. Utah has gone 1 of 2 from deep in this quarter. He's guarded by Fontecchio. Here's Yabusele. He can't hit that time. Some solid defense from Hayes. Pass to Mr. Incredible. Lets it fly. That one falls. Nice setup by Mitchell. Mr. Incredible's got 11 points here in the second half.
Not the best of shot selection there, but you know what? You do not look a gift horse in the mouth.
Here's Collier. So, Clark, you think the winner of the NBA Cup should be guaranteed an automatic playoff bid?
Man, that's interesting. I think it could make for a more competitive tournament. So if that would be the outcome, then I would be all for it. But what happens if the tournament winner is the #1 seed at the end of the season? I think you'd have to find alternative incentives then, BA.
They need something good to happen here.
Yeah, they've gone way too long without a score.
There's a screen. Here's Bufkin. It's deflected. And it's out of bounds. Still Utah's ball. Josh Giddey's checked in for Bufkin. Fourth quarter of play. We're about 2.5 minutes through it now. On the wing, Mitchell. Here's Mr. Incredible. And it comes off the front of the rim.
Can't blame him. Just trying to take what the defense allows.
Here's Yabusele. He's defended by Hayes. Here's Collier. The Lakers with a rebound. Here's Mr. Incredible. Pass to Mitchell. Here's Mr. Incredible. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. That one on Giddey. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Lakers.
Well, their D has been a major story tonight. I mean, those steals and putting pressure on the ball, clogging the passing lanes, impressive.
And, you know, on top of that, second chance points have been a major component for them. And I love the relentlessness they've shown on the offensive glass.
Bamba's checked in for Hayes. Beal's shot is off. Los Angeles has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the fourth quarter. Pass to Mr. Incredible. Now here's Fontecchio. Here's Mr. Incredible. Here's Doncic. Here's Mr. Incredible. Just 3 to shoot. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. Mr. Incredible's got 8 points in the quarter.
And what a complete performance we saw from them. A dominant win in every way for the Lakers.
And the disparity in the talent was obvious by the end. Sometimes you just don't have enough ammunition to compete.
Yeah, B.A., just a total beatdown. And the next time these teams meet, I can't imagine it'll be any different.
And with the year they've had, you expect nothing less than a victory every time they take the court. Another stellar outing for them here tonight.
And with just one game left to play between them, they've captured the first 2 meetings of the year.
And believe you me, they'll be gunning for the sweep in that third meeting.
And one player just stole the show tonight, doing everything for his team. A monster night for Mr. Incredible.
So impressed with his performance today. He was confident, he was composed, and the defense just didn't know how to adjust.
Yeah, he just flat out tricked that one, missed it, and has no one to blame but himself.
29 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter. From behind the arc, nails it from 3. Mr. Incredible's got 31 points.
They got a big lift from their crowd tonight, giving them the energy they needed.
Boy, they've given their fans plenty to cheer about, that's for sure. Effort, skill, coaching, you name it, they've done it.
Beal outside, pass to Collins. Fontecchio with some nice D. Now here's Doncic. So we see the Lakers taking the W here, showing that they're the far superior team. They win it going away.
I'll tell you what, give it up for their fans. They love to watch this team dominate. You best believe they're all going home happy tonight.
And that about wraps it up. For Grant Hill, Clark Kellogg, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson, thanking you for watching. We'll see you later.
Another game, another win. Back to work tomorrow.
Solid effort tonight on both ends. They're a good team, but we got you. So we're going to win.
These are the games you have to win to be taken seriously.
And as the Lakers entered the building, there was a fierce look in their eyes. That's the look of a team out to defend its home court. It's Friday night, and live on 2K Sports, we're going to bring you the NBA in all its excitement. Joined in the booth with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry, this is Kevin Harlan. Our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. Now we get a chance to check out some stats for Dyson Daniels.
In the last 5 games, you can see the trend upwards for effective field goal percentage. And it shows you how confident he's playing right now.
A look at Atlanta's opening lineup. In the post, it'll be Johnson and Okongwu. He's out there with Daniels. And it's George in at the 3 slot. And for the Lakers, Mr. Incredible is out there with Austin Reeves. Then it's Connect. Then there's Jared Vanderbilt. And it's Williams at the 5 roaming the paint. And we know the second night, Greg, of a back-to-back can be rough.
And the NBA has put in work trying to minimize these, but sometimes it's unavoidable. And if you have a long bench, this is when you lean into it.
Tip-off goes to the Lakers. Here is Mr. Incredible, covered by Hayes. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Now, here's George. Against Indiana, he was really on his game. Back to Daniels. Shot clock at 6. Over Reeves. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. They're in the midst of an unbelievable streak right now. 18 straight wins. Just remarkable.
It's been a lot of fun to watch these guys and how much they're enjoying this. Every team they face is trying to end this big run. I've been on both sides of a game like tonight's, and I'll tell you what, it's tough to keep up a streak. Gotta love the pressure.
And here is Johnson, following the 3 from Boone. Spins. And Hayes kicks to Daniels. Johnson, the pass to George. The Hawks need to get off a shot here. Daniels, no good. The Lakers with a quick start to this game. They put up a nice win against Utah last time out.
Yeah, I felt like they attacked, but with a purpose. They knew what they wanted to accomplish coming in.
Yeah, in talking with the coaching staff, they said in that game they did a great job of not settling. Keep working the ball around, finding the best look. Let's see if they can keep that up.
So it's the Hawks now. After the basket by Los Angeles. Here's Hayes. Drilled from 11 feet out.
I'd like to see more of that from Hayes, leaning into his confidence when he's playing in that area on the floor.
Here is Mr. Incredible. He has 5. Vanderbilt setting the pick for Reeves. Pass to Mr. Incredible. Okongwu grabs the board.
Not a bad shot from the mid-range. The D's giving it to him, and he's usually got an eye in that kind of range.
Here's Daniels. Drops in the layup for 2.
Looking confident inside at 6'7". Daniels has the height to feel comfortable down low.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Mr. Incredible in their last matchup against Utah was all business. He scored 31 points, and it looked like he couldn't miss from both the floor and the foul line. This team is playing really well right now. They're playing for each other and working hard to get every win. Kevin, they want to keep it going tonight.
Yeah, David, he was in attack mode all night long. GA really propelled them to that win.
When he's on, he is on. And there isn't all that much you can do to stop him.
And sometimes you can just look at a guy and you see the confidence that he's playing with. That's what I like best.
The Hawks trail by 3. Pass to Hayes. First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. Can't connect from 13 feet out. For Los Angeles, they've gotten 4 of 6 field goal attempts to drop in the first quarter. Here's Boone. That's tipped. And here's Daniels. And he also played a big role in their last game with Indiana. And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
The Hawks shooting their first free throws of the game. First one falls for him. He's checked in for the Lakers. Mr. Incredible comes in for Austin Reed. Jordan Wara, he's checked in for Atlanta. Mann comes in for Daniels. The Hawks have gone only 2 of 7 from the field since the second quarter got underway. So with Johnson sitting on the bench, here's the 5 for Quinn Snyder right now. We've got Terrence Mann. There's Boucher out there with Kennard, and it's Krejci in at the shooting guard. Here's Mann. Atlanta again missing. Lakers leading by 8. For 3, Mitchell sinks the triple. Mitchell's got 9 points.
I kind of like playing in the rec league, little to no defense on that possession, and the easiest three-pointer you can imagine.
Now, Mann, he had a 12-point outing in their last game against Indiana. Boucher finds Kennard. Here's Krejci. Mann with it. It's rebounded by Hayes. Mitchell outside. The 3 for Doncic. And he gets it back. Lets the 3 fly. The 3 ball from Doncic.
And the defense has to be aggressive with Luka from range. Give him any space, and he is looking to pull.
Now, here's Kennard. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. Basket counts. Kennard's got 4 points this quarter.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
Out of bounds, it'll go to the Hawks. .151 left in the first half of the game. Pass to Nwora. Unloads from 9. Krejci, no good.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the chart.
Got that one up quick. Doncic has got the lead up to 14 now for the Lakers.
And the lead should be safe if they can keep shooting the basketball like this.
Boucher against Bamba. Boucher kicks to Kennard. Rebound the Lakers.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Here is Mr. Incredible, Kennard covering.
They have a good plan going right now, and they're starting to create separation.
Well, game plan might have been good, but you have to bring it together. Right now, their chemistry is something to be admired.
Here's Krejci after the made shot from Boone. Boucher passes to Kennard. Connects from three-point range. Kennard's got 9. 43 seconds left here in the second. Here is Mr. Incredible, Kennard covering. He gets that one. And the Lakers lead by 15.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
Yeah, feels like Christmas right now, just gift wrapping points.
Now, here's Kennard. 9 points in the game so far. Doncic outside. Here's the 3. Nailed from three-point land. Doncic has got a couple of three-pointers in the second for the Lakers. Here's Mann. Puts up a deep 3. And no good on the last second attempt this time. A dominating first half of basketball. And so far, hasn't been close. Lakers on top as they end the second quarter on a 15-5 run. 2K Sports, back in a moment here in Los Angeles.
Welcome to the 2K Sports Studio. Off the top, let's take a gander at the Players of the Month. In the Western Conference, Victor Wembanyama.
Tremendous effort lately for this guy. Victor, 7'4". This dude is 7'4". Folks, I mentioned because skills-wise, he's kind of like a small forward.
Lots of great NBA players from France, but he has a good shot at being the best of that group. Now we'll take a look back at that first half. What an all-around performance it was for the Los Angeles Lakers.
I think their bench was the biggest difference. These guys came aggressive on the offensive end, not afraid to put the stamp on this game.
Yeah, some confident personalities up and down that roster. And that's all for us. Now it's time to send it back to Kevin Harlan for the beginning of the third quarter.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Mr. Incredible with a strong contribution so far in this one.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
Yeah, this is showing that they're not going to play at anybody else's pace but their own.
Williams is out there with Jared Vanderbilt. Then it's Austin Reeves. Then there's Mr. Incredible. And it's Connect in at the small forward. That's the Laker 5. Here is Mr. Incredible following the 3 by Atlanta. Over the course of a season, each team takes on a certain personality. Brent, do coaches try to shape that personality based on their roster?
Well, Kevin, it's a great question, and I think the best coaches in our league adapt to the personality of the team as it starts to formulate throughout the season. You lean in to what guys naturally are. Some success comes with that.
Here's Hayes following the bucket by the Lakers. And some very quick points for him on that possession. Hayes has got 7 points.
Looking really comfortable. Hayes on the inside knew he had enough room.
Johnson against Vanderbilt. Launches it. And it's Daniels with the rebound.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
The shot's good from Hayes. 9 points in the game so far.
Well, the talk at halftime must have been a good one. Right now, 3 straight buckets to start the quarter.
Here's Boone diving in.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game.
Well, there's a swagger out there. You can see it on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either. And on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam, you can see how impressive that move was. And we're just around 2 minutes into the final half of play now. Shot from 12. The Lakers with the rebound. They led by as many as 18 points.
Yeah, just the first miss of the half there. They have to be happy. 3 of 4 to start it off.
From outside the arc. And another one in the scoring column for him. He's 7 of 10 from the field.
And not wasting any time here. Kicking their offense right back into gear. That's 3 of 4 from the field.
Back to Hayes. And the layup's good off the glass. Hayes has got 9 points in the quarter.
He's been terrific tonight, and with a little help from the other guys on the floor, they might be able to turn this game around.
Shoots. A rebound by Johnson.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face.
George dishes to Okongwu. Hayes with it. Gannett picks him up. Back to Hayes. Doesn't go that time. Williams with the defensive effort. Here's Boone. The layup off target. The Hawks trail by 16. And Hayes kicks to Daniels. No good with the layup.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Here's Boone. Nice concentration to hit the double clutch layup. Mr. Incredible's got 18 points. 1:31 left to play here in the third. And we'll have a timeout called by Quinn Snyder. He wants to talk to his guys.
And they're allowing too many points in the paint. Coach is going to let them hear about it.
Yeah, coach knows that. They know that. In the timeout, they're going to hear about it, make the adjustment.
Big group substitution here for the Lakers. Ahmed Bamba, he's checked in for Williams. Fontecchio. Changes for the Lakers. Jackson Hayes comes in for Bamba. And it's Mr. Incredible in for Austin Reeves. Atlanta also making some changes here. Jordan Ward. He's checked in for Smith. Mann subbed in for Daniels. So with Johnson sitting on the bench, here's the 5 for Quinn Snyder right now. We've got Chris Boucher. Terrence Mann is out there with Kennard. And it's Krejci in at the 2 guard. And here's Kennard. Now Mann. Boucher kicks to Kennard. 6 on the shot clock. From outside, off the mark. And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. They have a 22-point lead. It's the most they've led by.
Yeah, that's the 3rd bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
Pass to Krejci. Here's Nwora. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Kennard's shot is off. Hayes the pass to Boone. Final quarter here, and we're just over a minute and a half through it.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
Ball's knocked loose. Doncic with it. Shot's good by Mr. Incredible. 22 points for Mr. Incredible. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Lakers.
All game long, they've had active hands and really out in the passing lanes. And that aggression on defense has resulted in a ton of steals.
Well, if we add another thing to it, it's about the urgency they've played with. I mean, you look at the eyes of these guys. They're focused, wanting to get up tempo, and that's helped them score on the fast break.
Fontecchio, this one for 3, drills the three-pointer.
Defensively, you can't afford to give him that kind of look, especially down this many points.
Teachable moment there. Lapses like this are backbreakers.
Now, here's Boucher. Tight defense on him. And Kennard wide open. He shoots. Offensive struggles continue, missing again. Here is Mr. Incredible. Kennard covering. Pass to Mr. Incredible. Puts up a 3. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Maybe trying to find a little bit more space and ball movement to get guys open at the three-point line.
Here's Kennard. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Doncic has got his 5th rebound in this one. Mr. Incredible, the pass to Doncic. And another 3 for the Lakers.
Well, and this has been their strategy throughout the 4th period. We'll see how it pans out.
It's one thing to have teams shoot a bunch of threes, but with this team being that hot defensively, you got to chase them away from anywhere near that line.
To the inside. Doncic with the steal.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Lakers.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And you can hardly say this win surprised anyone with the season these guys have put together. Win after win all year long. What a record-breaking year this team has put together. a season for the record books.
And so they win their first game against this squad. It's a 2-game season series, and they'll be going for the sweep the next time they face off.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Luka Doncic.
And the way he was able to dice up their D with his passing really made things easy for everyone else on his team.
That free throw good from Boone. And he can't hit the second. Daniels passes to Johnson. And he can't stop this drought. Another miss. Pass to Mr. Incredible. Now, here's Doncic. Here is Mr. Incredible. Misses. And so it's the Lakers taking care of business here. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but yeah.
Great win tonight, MP. Good win. Let's keep it going.
MP.
Tonight should be easy work.
Facing one of the heavyweights tonight.
Up next, the Hornets taking on the Lakers. For the Hornets, playing just over .500 ball the last 10 outings, but they think they can play even better. Lakers, Hornets, only here on 2K Sports. Greetings, folks. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for our latest presentation of NBA basketball. This is Brian Anderson. Joining me, analysts Richard Jefferson and Grant Hill, and reporter Allie LaForce. Looking now at the lineup for the teams tonight, some names out of action.
And guys, with both teams at less than full strength, we'll have to see which side is able to remain most effective.
And now the Los Angeles starters. Connect is out there with Jared Vanderbilt. Then it's Austin Reeves. Then it's Williams. And it's Mr. Incredible in at the point guard position. And for the Hornets, Ball and Miller pair up as the backcourt. Then it's Williams. Then it's DeAndre Hunter. And it's Salon in at the power forward position. With the regular season wrapping up now, Richard, should the top teams start getting ready for the postseason?
Not just yet, BA, because that could cause a letdown heading into the playoffs, which is the last thing these teams would want to have happen.
So the Lakers win the tip. Here's Mr. Incredible, pounded by Ball. Reeves against Miller. Reeves, the pass to Mr. Incredible. From the arc. Counted from distance.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
Ball outside. There's the three. Rebounded by the Lakers. And guys, they're up to 19 straight now. What a remarkable run.
And to go on a winning streak this long, it takes more than just talent. This team has tremendous chemistry, and these pieces complement each other so well. It's also about listening to your teammates, your coaching staff, and not letting your ego get in the way of succeeding as a group.
Now here's Hunter. A dependable player on offense, giving them over 13 a game. And Ball with the basket on the assist by Hunter.
Fearless from beyond the arc, LaMelo has unlimited range and tremendous confidence.
Here's Mr. Incredible. Last game, 26 points for him. He drops it from range.
This is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Now here's Ball. Ooh, Williams with the block. And he gets it back. Williams. Pass to Salah. Puts up a three. Williams grabs the board. Los Angeles has gone 2 of 2 at the perimeter. Here's Connect. And he comes up with a bucket.
And 3 for 4 to start, showing some rhythm.
Charlotte has gone 1 for 3 from beyond the arc. Grant, the Hornets are a team hoping to end a pretty substantial playoff drought.
Yeah, it's been a long time since they made a buzz in the postseason, but their return could be closer than people think. A few smart moves here or there might be all it takes.
Here's Reeves after the basket by Charlotte. Five on the clock. Pass to Connect. The three ball. He's in his comfort zone. 2 for 2 to start this one.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks. Well, Mr. Incredible in their last matchup against the Hawks had a huge game. He ended up with 26 points. He knocked down some trays last game. A great sign for his team. That's the danger of letting him get into a groove. We'll see if it carries over into tonight, Brian.
Yeah, he was unstoppable during certain stretches. It'd be great to see him top that performance tonight.
Well, his team needs him to contribute. When he's on his A game, he just makes play after play.
Expect them to go to him early and often. Don't want to let that hot hand go to waste.
Here's Mr. Incredible. He's got 6. Goes up on the baseline. It's rebounded by Salon. And here's Ball. He'll bring it up for Charlotte. 6-point game. And here's Hunter from the arc. Yes, sir. And it's Ball with the assist that time.
That's a guy you want taking shots. A quality offensive player.
Pass to Connect. Here's Mr. Incredible. Outside Reeves. Now here's Vanderbilt. Here's Mr. Incredible. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Mr. Incredible's got 8.
Oh, man, he's feeling it this quarter. They should be looking to get him going every trip down the floor.
And we've got a timeout called by Charles Lee. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy here. And Los Angeles making a change here. Let's check in on the Western Conference standings as the race to the playoffs continues. Ball, he's checked in for Miller. And Los Angeles making a change here. Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. Smith outside. Beyond the arc. Charlotte, no good that time either.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
We've got Abdia. LaMelo Ball is out there with Smith. Then it's Jeremy Grant, and it's Irving in at the center position. So that's the group out there for Charlotte.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
This is when good players really get after it. He can sense that they're reeling, and he's going to put his foot on the pedal.
Yes, sir, and it's Ball with the assist that time. Irving's got 6 here in the quarter.
Yeah, the instant LaMelo sees the opening, he's moving the ball. He jumps at the chance to feed a wide-open guy.
Here's Mr. Incredible. Tried to come right back with a three of his own, but it's no good.
And after connecting twice from deep in the first quarter, he hasn't been able to drain another here in the second.
Hayes against Smith. 6 to shoot. The three from Ball. Vanderbilt pulls it in.
Nothing just seems to be bouncing his way today. Mama said there'd be days like this. They have missed his production.
It's James on the wing, covered by Smith with a 9-footer, and the Lakers tack on 2 more.
You thought that first quarter was good? He's been even better in the second.
Now Avdia. Checking his numbers, he's put up a little over 9 points a game. Here's Mr. Incredible. It's James on the wing. From outside the arc, he gets it. He's 7 for 8 and really going at him out there.
He's going off this quarter. A huge reason why this team is on top.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
LaMelo Ball is such an instinctive playmaker. Talking about his approach, he said, "I'm just making it up. I see someone, I throw it, whatever comes to mind." Brian, the way he sees the game makes him box office attraction.
I like it. It's that new school flair with a game that harkens back to some of the greats. He's special to watch, Allie. The Lakers lead by 13. Here's Mr. Incredible. That shot off the mark. Good D by Ball. Charlotte has gone 3 for 7 from the perimeter during the second quarter. And given LaMelo Ball is 6'7", how does this give him an advantage at his position, Grant?
Well, B.A., he's able to score on smaller guards as well as see over them and find his teammates. His height and quick decision-making are real weapons.
Some changes for Los Angeles. Williams is checked in for Hayes. Connect comes in for Mitchell. And Reeves is subbed in for James.
I tell you, a little extra pressure on D when you're up against a point guard who can elevate.
It doesn't make it easy, does it?
Yeah, hard to strategize for a guy who can make a pass or a play like this right in your face.
Pass to Hunter. Fires the three. He's in his comfort zone. 2 for 2 to start this one.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You gotta show some fire and keep defending.
Mr. Incredible, no good.
That's just the bucket like you expect him to make. It's tough when you miss those.
And here's Miller. Now here's Smith. 5 points in the game. To the middle. And Williams gets the bucket on the assist by Smith. Williams has gotten his first bucket of the night. 2-second difference between shot and game clock. Here's Mr. Incredible, covered by Smith. Out to the right wing. Vanderbilt with a screen. Here's Connect. Gets some space and buries the jumper. Connect's got 7. And here's Smith. Here's the three. No good on the buzzer beater. And so it's Los Angeles, ending the quarter up 10. And it's all due to their ability to own the paint. They've been dominant down low. We'll be right back after this word.
Hey, folks, we'll get things going here with a look at the injuries this team is battling.
The Lakers in a tough spot injury-wise. They rely on Doncic for so much, and without him in this picture, it creates questions. If you're talking scoring, assists, and rebounds, well, those are the things he comes and does every night.
Well, you need a collective team effort, and even then, it's a struggle.
And looking now at that first half, anything that could have gone wrong did go wrong for the Charlotte Hornets.
They're getting cooked from long distance. Defensively, they have to do a better job of closing out.
Yeah, especially these days. It's not enough to protect the paint. Got to patrol the ARC as well.
Thanks for tuning in. Now we head back to Brian Anderson for the start of the third quarter.
Well, for those just tuning in, thanks for being with us. Second half of this game still to play. Aging in the league can be a difficult process, Richard, but that's something you did very well.
Wow, a compliment. Thank you, B.A. Look, I knew I had to adapt or I would have been out of league sooner than I wanted to. You have to be able to adapt or die. That's what this league is about.
On the court for the Lakers, Jared Vanderbilt out there with Williams. Then it's Connect. Then it's Austin Reeves. And it's Mr. Incredible in at the point. Miller against Reeves. Shoots over Miller. And there's another one for the Lakers.
Just so skilled in that screen and roll. I like watching Reeves break down the defense.
Pass to Salah. Hunter finds Miller. No good from outside.
And the defense dodged one right there. Not the guy you want to leave open.
Hornets trail by 9. And he's going for the oop here. Blows the alley-oop.
That is a rarity. When he takes flight, he usually hammers it home.
Here's Connect. He has 7. To the paint. Here's Vanderbilt. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. And now it's an 11-point Laker lead.
A great move. I mean, the defense has no response.
Yeah, taking it right to the rim. One imagines that might be discussed at halftime. That's going to be on the film.
And that one drops for him.
Yeah, inside ball has to rely on his agility. That's how he finds his way to close-range looks.
Outside Reeves. Vanderbilt, a screen on Miller. Reeves with the ball. He's picked up by Miller. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. And his defenses have adjusted to Austin Reeves scoring. Richard, he's countered with the pass.
Austin Reeves doesn't get enough credit for how good his handle is, how much it's improved. It's allowed for him to score, get into different places, and make these passes. And it's a luxury to have a great shooter like him at the line. Very rarely see him miss.
Williams passes to Ball. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more. Irving's checked in for Charlotte. He's made 1 and missed 1 so far at the line.
And something I remember from their last outing, he was excellent at the charity stripe.
And the Lakers with possession here. 13 points was their biggest lead of the game. Now they've got the Bulls ahead of them next in Chicago. That'll wrap up this short 2-game road trip. Vanderbilt against Hunter. Vanderbilt, a pass to Mr. Incredible. Shot clock at 6. That's good. Mr. Incredible's got 14.
And he's coming off a huge performance, and his confidence couldn't be any higher. And his coach knows that, too.
When it ain't broke, leave it alone. Until someone stops him, just let him roll.
Outside Vanderbilt. And a nice finish on the layup. And now it's a 12-point Laker lead.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
Yeah, they're going to do a much better job of putting a little bit of pressure on him on his way to the hoop.
There's Ball with a 3. Rebound by the Lakers. Williams has got his 4th rebound in this one. Inside. Here's Mr. Incredible. Sweet little floater. Mr. Incredible's got 4 points this quarter.
They've now had assists on each of their last 3 buckets.
Ball passes to Hunter. Ball looks over the floor. Fires the 3. Yes, sir! Ball hits a triple.
1 this half, 2 for the game. Staying active from beyond the arc.
And so J.J. Redick calls for the timeout. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. Denny Obvious checked in for Charlotte. Smith comes in for LaMelo Ball. Taking a look at some numbers here for DeAndre Hunter.
The way he shot.
Changes for Charlotte. Jeremy Grant, he's checked in for Hunter, and LaMelo Ball is subbed in for Miller. We've got Jeremy Grant, Smith out there with LaMelo Ball. Then there's Avdia, and it's Irving in at the 4 spot. So that's the group out there for Charlotte. Mr. Incredible, no good. And Ball will bring it up here for the Hornets. Down by 15. Avdia uses the glass on the layup.
He knows his job on the glass, and he does it well, cleaning it up and sending it right back.
Here's Mr. Incredible, hounded by Ball. Bamba, the screen on Smith. The 3 from Mitchell, connects from downtown. And the Lakers lead by 16.
This is why you always have to chase guys off the arc, because everyone has a three-point shot now.
Here's Ball, and Ball throws it down.
LaMelo on the attack. He can do damage from anywhere, but they love to see him get to the rim.
Mr. Incredible passes to Bamba. Pass to Mr. Incredible. And count it. 8 of 14 now. He's rolling.
The offensive success is due in part to his quality shooting. He hasn't wasted too many looks.
And we've got a timeout called by Charles Lee, rallying his guys to make sure they all know the plan. And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. Williams is checked in for Bamba. Vanderbilt comes in for Fontecchio. Connects checked in for James. And Reeves is subbed in for Mitchell. Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. Reeves against Miller. Back to Ball. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
Ball seeks out contact sometimes, which means defenses have to guard him very carefully.
That one misses.
They've been playing with much greater physicality this half. Getting themselves to the free throw line is a bust. Just rising up to the rim.
Man, when he gets up there, he gets up there. You know what I'm saying? Once again, an explosive highlight on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Just under 2.5 minutes gone by now in the final quarter. Pass to Miller. Williams with it. Here's Ball, and Ball throws it down.
You know, when everything's clicking, Ball can steal the show, and we're seeing it right here.
Here's Mr. Incredible. Knocks it down from distance. Mr. Incredible's got 23 points.
Woo! That man is laser focused. Now, that's bad defense for a team that has a long way to go to catch up.
Effort like this makes you wonder if they've already packed it in for the game, ready to go on to the next. Gotta at least show a little heart out here.
Right wing. 1:41 left in the fourth quarter. Pass to Connect. Takes the 3. And the Lakers hit again from deep.
And their strategy is obvious. Manufacture looks from outside the arc.
With the way they're shooting, there's no need to look for any other shot. Just keep letting it rain.
Well, the scoreboard tells you everything you need to know about this one. A great showing here for the Lakers.
And you don't usually see this kind of blowout, but tonight they delivered the punishment.
I mean, what's so impressive is they never wavered in their approach. They just kept at it and showed they were without a doubt the better team.
And what can you say that hasn't been already said? We knew these guys would be great coming into the year, but their complete dominance is rare. They have redefined greatness.
And they meet just twice, so taking the first meeting means a lot to this team.
And when you look at the game, the one thing that helped fuel this team to victory was the efficiency from Mr. Incredible.
The scoring effort from him, unreal. Carrying this team, I mean, he was amazing tonight.
Here's Mr. Incredible, hounded by Ball. Ball with the rebound. Outside, Williams. Pass to Miller from downtown. Williams grabs the board. Here are the Lakers now. Driving inside. Mr. Incredible, good. And the Lakers lead by 21.
They really came in with the right mindset today. I can guarantee you their flight home will be filled with some smiles.
And as it should be. To be this dominant on another team's floor, look, when you go home, you're going to go home feeling good.
Ball left side. So we see the Lakers taking the W here. This one wasn't even close. The hometown crowd was waiting for a miracle that never came.
Yeah, and this team was consistent throughout. They met every challenge, and they earned this dub.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Grant Hill, Richard Jefferson, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson. Thanks for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.
MP, you are the straw that stirs the drink.